AFC West preview. This is Tom Hughes.
And I'm Kevin Shaughnessy.
And last year, you had the San Diego Chargers running away with this division. Denver started out 6-0, had a late season collapse. The Chargers ended up winning it in that blowout game at the end of the season on Sunday Night Football in front of the whole country. Completely embarrassed them. The Chargers last year, 13-3. I'm going to take a drop off of them. They're still going to win the division at 11-5. Here's why. McNeil, Vincent Jackson. Both of them may not play this year. Vincent Jackson, I think, won't play this year. McNeil, I think he's going to be back by mid-season around, but it's still a huge loss. They gained by losing LT, by adding the rookie from Fresno State, Ryan Matthews, who's my pick for Rookie of the Year. They gained by losing him. Rivers is a stud quarterback, one of the best in the league. He's going to make any receiving core look good. You have Malcolm Floyd, he's going to make him look good. Nane, he's going to make him look good. Buster Davis, he's going to make him look good.
All right, now here's where I have to disagree. You said 11-5. I'm going to go with the 10-6 record. You said they gained by losing LT. I can kind of agree with you with that because I do like the Ryan Matthews pick. But who the hell is Darren Sproles?
Darren Sproles is an accomplished back in this league.
Hold on. He's a good two-back. He's a good versatile back.
That's what he is.
But LT is a Hall of Fame running back. You look at when Norv Turner took over that team from Marty Schottenheimer, they went from a 50-50 run-pass to now they're a 70-pass, 30 run. That man went from 300 carries year in and year out, around 290 to 320, hold on, to 330, and he dropped off to 180 carries last year. Not because he sucked, because Norv Turner told him.
Did you see his yards per carry? That's part of the reason. He used to be averaging 4.5 to 5 a pop. He's getting 3.5 on San Diego last year. I think he'll have a decent year playing the Darren Sproles role for the Jets. Not the feature back. Ryan Matthews is going to be a feature back for this team. The defense, I'm concerned about this team at nose tackle. They lost Jamal Williams last year. Who are they going to start? They got Cam Thomas starting. Who's ever heard of him? Merriman, you're coming back from the ACL surgery. That's going to be good. But listen, they lost Cromartie also. Their safety play isn't good. Weddle's a decent player. But what do you really get from this defense? They're going to be in a lot of shootouts this year with Phillip Rivers leading the charge.
They lost, a skilled corner at Cromartie. I don't think Hassan is as good as him ever will be. Jammer's getting really old in age. I mean, they have a lot of linebackers that are young and have a lot of talent, but they just haven't really played up to their potential. You got Brandon Seiler, who had a good year for them last year. Antoine Applewhite, who I think could be a sack machine. You got the other kid that they drafted, Larry English, who I think is eventually going to take Sean Merriman or Sean Phillips' spot. They have great outside linebacker combo, but they're shot out at defense.
You got Denver behind them last year, 8-8. This team is not built to win now. Okay, McDaniels, I'm actually a fan of what he's doing. They got rid of Cutler and Marshall, but do you know who they changed that with? They need to change the culture with that team. McDaniels knows what he's doing. He led the highest scoring offense in NFL history, the New England Patriots. You can hate on Tim Tebow. I know there's a lot of Tim Tebow haters out there.
Tim Tebow. We love Tim Tebow.
I think he's going to be a great player.
Definitely.
He's not going to have all the physical skills. He doesn't have the arm of Brett Favre, Peyton Manning.
He's got the heart.
Everything. He has the work ethic. That man is going to be as smart as Brady or Peyton out there. And his system is quarterback friendly. That's why Orton had such a good year. Orton isn't nearly as talented as most of the quarterbacks in the league. But he's getting it done with good decision making and accurate throws. That's what Tebow's going to be able to do and add a running dimension to this team last year. This year they're going to be killed by injuries right now. Moreno has a hamstring. Dumerville's going to be out most of the year. Thomas is hurt too. Clady hurt his knee in the offseason. He'll probably be back. But still, this team's just had bad luck this year. I don't see him being that great this year. I'll give him a 6-10 record. Orton won't be that bad. It's going to be more of the defense. And who do they really have? They got Dawkins and Champ. It's a good combo.
Champ's getting
the second corner, Goodman, he's okay. But listen, you lose Dumerville, you lose the leading sacker in the NFL. You can't replace that. 17 and a half
sacks last year.
You can't lose that.
I completely agree with him going 6-10 on the Broncos.
Then you got the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh no, you had Oakland actually. You had Oakland last year going 7-9, going third in that division. I don't want to buy all the hype into Jason Campbell. I know you're a fan of him.
Yes.
What is Jason Campbell? Raider fans are acting like he's next coming of Jim Plunkett or
He's
Ken
not a Rich
Stabler.
Gannon. None of those guys.
How many games did Jason Campbell win as a starting quarterback for the Washington Redskins
That is
last
true,
year?
but you have to give the guy something. He has no weapons besides Cooley on that team. Don't even say Santana Moss.
He's a deep threat. He's a good player.
He's a 2 receiver.
But what weapons does he have on the Oakland Raiders? Can you name one legit receiver on
You
that
have
team?
to look at it this way. Every year that he started, 16 games every year, he's gotten progressively better every year. And he's going to be, I'm not saying he's winning freaking 10, 11 games. I say they go 8-8. They're going to have a decent run game with Michael Bush leading the pack. I don't think McFadden's going to get to start yet. I still don't think McFadden's going to be as great as people say he was.
They'll go 8-8.
Hayward needs to have a good year, or else he's just going to be a bust.
They'll be decent because their defense, I like what they're doing there. Namdi is the second best corner in the league. Tyvon Branch is an underrated player.
Yes.
Chris
Michael
Johnson
Huff.
can hold his own. Exactly.
I like Michael
Rolando
Huff.
McClain was a good pick, even though unexpected by Al Davis.
They
Seymour,
picked up John Henderson off the free agency.
Seymour is a good team leader. They'll be around 7-9, 8-8 around there. But you gotta stop acting like Jason Campbell is a top half quarterback in the NFL.
He's middle of the pack.
He's won nothing.
Middle of the pack.
He's won nothing.
Okay, most
I know he switched coordinators and everything, and they got no weapons. Who's their weapons? Willis Murphy, a 5th-round pick from Florida. Miller's a decent tight end, but seriously, Darius Hayward-Bay caught 7 passes. He caught as many passes as his draft selection last year, for God's sake.
I understand that.
You're not
I'm not saying he's a great top half quarterback. I'm saying he's middle of the pack.
Okay, and then you had Kansas City last year going 4-12. I got him going 5-11.
I got him going 8-8.
That's ridiculous. 8-8. I don't think there's any chance. Listen, I like what they're doing with the run game. I know you're going to say your boy Thomas Jones. Thomas Jones played with one of the best offensive lines in the NFL last year. Charles, great year. I know it. But what has Castle done? Like, he was okay with the New England Patriots, running it with a team led by Randy Moss and throwing screens to Wes Welker. But he hasn't done anything really in Kansas City.
Let me ask you a question. When Thomas Jones was with the Bears, when Thomas Jones was with the Jets, they ran the ball consistently. Even when Sanchez went 12-22 his rookie year, they still went to an AFC championship game. So you don't have to have a great quarterback as long as you have a great running.
They don't have a great team around them, though.
I understand that. They have a decent O-line, I think. They have a solid receiver in Dwayne Bowe. He could be potentially one of the top 10 receivers as a starter.
That won't happen. Until he gets a quarterback.
Yes, or a quarterback. But I like the pick with Eric Berry. I really like that pick. They have Brandon Flowers and the other guy, who's the other corner? I forget his name, but they're really good duo. I like Eric Berry pick. It really solidifies that defensive back core. They have Vrabel coming off a decent season. They got Derrick Johnson, who's apparently supposed to have a bounce back here
now.
inside.
Yeah.
They're running 3-4. The 2 defensive ends from LSU. Back-to-back years, first-round draft choice. Tyson Jackson and Glenn Dorsey. I like Glenn Dorsey. I don't like Jackson. But if they could do what they did at LSU, that team will be an 8-8 team.
They're not going to do what they do at LSU because let's face it, they're bust. Right now at this point in their career, they're bust. Dorsey, you were debating if the Falcons would take Matt Ryan or Glenn Dorsey. Come on, it's no contest. Jackson hasn't done anything either. No. They just don't seem like good fits right now for the 3-4 defense that they run. And I love the Berry pick. I think he's going to be an elite safety. Oh, yes. They're not a great team. And that's all you can really say about them. They got Weiss and Cornell back, but they don't have anywhere near the talent that New England has.
That is true. But the one thing that I said is that the division is weak, so that's why I think they might go 8-8.
All right, that's our AFC West preview. Thank you for listening. I'm Tom Hughes.
I'm Kevin Shaughnessy.
Peace.